Mr. Green is general partner with MD-Mohr Davidow Ventures. He joined MDB's investing team with a focus on clean tech companies. Throughout his career, Mr. Green has guided entrepreneurs and helped to build successful companies, including Yahoo, Target Therapeutics, and Xilinx. He is here to testify on behalf of the National Venture Capital Association. NVCA is comprised of more than 400 firms. Welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Green.
Thank you very much. Chairwoman Velasquez and members of the committee, my name is Josh Green. I'm a partner at Mohr Davidow Ventures, a venture capital firm in Menlo Park, California. I'm also a member of the National Venture Capital Association, and my views today represent the 460 members of NVCA, which account for over 90% of all the venture capital under management in the United States. Like all VC firms, Mohr Davidow invests in entrepreneurs that are creating innovative small businesses that will hopefully grow into large, successful enterprises. Our firm has been in business for more than 25 years, taking a hands-on approach to building startup companies in the high-tech, life sciences, and alternative energy sectors. As a clean tech investor myself, I am focused on creating businesses that will reduce our country's dependence on foreign oil and help preserve our environment while creating domestic jobs and more revenue. In 2008, venture capitalists invested more than $4.6 billion into clean technology businesses alone that are innovating in a wide variety of areas. Many of these companies are founded on discoveries made through basic government-funded research. I am here today on behalf of those current and future companies. As an industry, we strongly support the reauthorization of the SBIR grant program, and we hope that the past inequalities are corrected so that all small businesses can compete for these critical funding grants. To begin, I would like to address several misconceptions that we believe exist and are used to argue against VC companies' participation in the SBIR program. The first is that venture-backed companies do not need SBIR programs because they are strong, fully funded entities. This is patently false. Venture-backed companies are quintessential small businesses. Many are pre-revenue and most have fewer than 10 employees. Like all small businesses, they operate on very tight budgets and are extremely fragile. Venture-backed companies must consistently meet agreed-upon milestones to receive continued funding. Venture firms do not have unlimited funds and have contractually finite pools of resources to devote to any particular company. The second misconception is about VC funding itself. Venture capital monies are used to build businesses, not to perform research. However, a company that receives venture funding may have other innovations in the pipeline that are worth pursuing, and it is for these new projects that the company would apply for an SBIR grant. Businesses must continue to innovate, and the current SBA interpretation forces these companies into an unfortunate dilemma for worthy new projects. This scenario has resulted in small businesses at best delaying important discovery projects and at worst abandoning this important work altogether. Another misconception is that venture capital firms are equivalent to large corporations, and therefore the companies that they fund should be excluded from consideration from SBIR grants. We agree that large corporate-owned businesses should not be allowed to participate in the small business program. But venture capital firms and their portfolio companies are not large corporations. They are private partnerships existed to finance the growth of an emerging growth company. At a time when the national debt is high and the government resources are stretched thin, we believe the federal government should look toward the private sector for solutions to our nation's health care, energy, and national security challenges. Instead, the current SBA eligibility rules throw costly, time-consuming, and unnecessary hurdles in the path of government agencies seeking to collaborate with venture capital-backed companies. We believe this is a huge loss for the country. Throughout the history of the SBIR program, majority venture-owned small businesses have applied for and received SBIR funding. This historical precedent strongly suggests that their participation has caused no harm to the program or to other small businesses. In fact, The recent National Academy of Sciences study found no evidence that other small businesses have ever been crowded out by the participation of venture-backed businesses. In recent years, as clean tech investing is growing, the venture capital industry has been working more closely with the federal government and key agencies like the Department of Energy and EPA. Those agencies have been touting the SBIR program as a mechanism to advance their research dollars with promising venture-backed companies. The industry is poised to work with them. The policies enacted by this Congress, this administration, will either help or hinder that effort. The SBIR program is a wonderful mechanism for government and private sector to come together and do what desperately needs to be done to support a strong economic recovery, help these small companies grow and innovate. But the SBA's past policies have seriously negated the positive impact of venture-backed small businesses. Venture dollars and SBIR dollars play complementary roles in financing innovation. One is rarely, if ever, a substitute for the other. We urge Congress to reauthorize the program with provisions that ensure venture-backed companies have a fair chance to thrive under the SBIR program alongside their non-venture-backed counterparts. Doing so, we believe, will only strengthen the future success of the program. I'd like to thank the committee for the opportunity to share with you today the challenges of our small venture-backed businesses have faced under the past restrictions and why these grants are critical to the ongoing vitality of innovation and job creation in the United States. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.